We have no idea how long Jedi is going to be happy, although she seems to be happiest with her chips this morning and her cashews. But the chips are fine. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this live broadcast. We've got Diana with us as well.
Hi.
The only way we were able to effectively do this was to put everything on the bed and then make sure that you can see us and hear us. And I assume everything is going to be fine during the broadcast. And we learned some tricks. This is just like a hangout, a live impromptu broadcast. We haven't done a lot of videos in this channel, but I'm in the process of changing that, and just wanted to do this live stream because it would be easier to just post the update live and possibly answer some questions as well as to talk about a pretty big announcement. So you might remember we set up this channel a while ago because we thought, well, maybe it was better vlogs outside of my channel. Well, it turns out that just created confusion. So effectively, by doing the thing that we thought would help, it ended up not helping. A lot of people got confused. You guys are on our bed, just so you know. You are officially on our bed. There we go. Okay, so I'm sitting down lower now. I think we're good. And if you can't hear us, just say something in comments. We'll be following along. So effectively, the idea of launching a separate channel for vlogs just didn't work out well. A lot of people just kept turning to my... And then, as it turns out, when we published everything into my channel, people got confused again, so we couldn't win. We couldn't win by trying to separate things, and we couldn't win by keeping everything in one channel. So, yeah, I know. We're effectively going to try to balance it all. It is a little warm, isn't it, baby? It's warm. It's hot. That's why we don't touch that. She was just touching the power brick. I just plugged it in. It's just a little warm. Don't worry. It's not like scalding hot or anything. Let's not rip a bigger hole in the blanket. It's a hole. There's a hole in the blanket. Do you really want to show everybody the hole? Okay, let's show everybody the hole.
I think I've already sewn it up once. Yep.
Jedi can see herself. That's why she's doing that. So effectively, what we were attempting to do by splitting everything out just ended up hurting everything. Still, we publish new stuff every weekday. I'm doing new tech videos live every weekday at chrispirillo.com. That has been my traditional Patreon campaign. And today, I'm happy to announce, apparently alone, go ahead, just follow Jedi. I think everyone knows that she's got her own agenda at this point. What we're going to be doing is something that I think a lot of people might have wanted in the past, but we're just putting a finer point on it. Just make her happy, whatever it takes. I don't care. Give her whatever. Even my Star Wars figures, whatever it's going to take.
Did you hear that, Jeff?
I can't believe I just admitted that.
Oh, that's on video.
Live on the internet. So effectively, we set up a new patron campaign today, specifically for the blogs. And this is something that I've wanted to do for some time, but I just wasn't sure exactly what the right timing would be. And I guess timing is today. And there are a lot of different reasons. And so just kind of wanted to push a whole bunch of updates at you at the same time, even though I know that it's sometimes difficult to keep up with everything that we might be doing on a regular basis. So to recap, and I'll dive a little deeper into each one of these things. I'm still doing tech videos every weekday. Those are pretty much being done for my patrons, the people who, basically want my advice and aren't looking for free advice. I'm doing that, and that is at chrispirillo.com, which redirects to the TLDR, the Locker Gnome Daily Report Patreon campaign. Then we now have a separate Patreon campaign specifically for the vlogs. We're calling it Geek Family Fun. You might have remembered it as Pirillo Vlogs. Even this channel titled Pirillo Vlogs has been renamed to Geek Family Fun for a few different reasons. One, because we want to remain flexible. And two, because what we're going to be uploading, as you've seen over the past few days, are brief snippets from the full vlog. So like you see like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, Jedi might do something, I might do something that I think is kind of fun or silly that would normally get buried in a long vlog. We're separating all of that into a little clip that you get in this Geek Family Fun channel. So you can still subscribe to Chris Pirillo to get the daily vlogs. You can still subscribe to the chrispirillo.com Patreon campaign to get the tech videos that you're possibly looking for in Geek Fun. And then you can Yeah, keep subscribing to this channel, Geek Family Fun, to get the little clips to be reminded of the amazing things you may be missing. And yeah, it'll also serve as a reminder that we now have a Patreon campaign specifically for the vlogs, Geek Family Fun. And that video, yeah, we worked on it yesterday. We did, and it's now up, and it's about a minute long, and we just basically explain. Yeah, we explain. You can see yourself. Is that what's going on? There's mom right there, mommy. We explain that as much as we enjoy doing the vlogs, we enjoy interacting with everybody. We've enjoyed the community around it. As much as it's a part of my career, it's not the only thing that I do, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort in everything that I might produce in a vlog. And so we're just looking to do better than we've done with YouTube, and specifically looking for patrons. Now, this is the funny thing, and maybe it's not funny, maybe it's kind of sad, but though we've had thousands upon thousands of people at one point liking the vlogs that we did, we launched the vlog Patreon campaign, which is linked in the channel description. PirilloVlogs.com redirects there. Geek Family Fun redirects there. Yeah? Okay. And can I continue? Okay, thank you. I can tell you this. We've already got, just not really mentioning much apart from, uploading the video, 12 now active patrons for the vlog. Daisy Vasquez, I believe Daisy was the first. Congratulations, Daisy. Wow. Kyle Slingo, Corey Moore, Tang Dang, and if I'm mispronouncing any names, please correct me. Roberto Cordero, who you may have met indirectly in the vlogs. We were kind of the inspiration for him coming to Seattle. Liz, aka Pez Liz, who's our yeah, she's a community liaison, a jackette of all trades. I don't know what's
look at all the green hearts version she gave us.
Oh, that's Liz. Ben Kirk, who's also an amazing dad who's out there. Yeah, that is another dad out there. Amy LaRoque. And then we have Monica Rodriguez, Adam Toms, Joseph Smiley. Adam Toms, by the way, became a father over the past since as long as I've known of Adam. So it's really cool to have gone before other now fathers. Joseph Smiley, John, and Lee Probert, and so we're over. This is what I want to explain. So a lot of people would look at that and say, "Wow, you only have 12 people." Okay, first of all, we're just getting started with it. Second of all, those 12 people, in supporting the daily vlogs as they've been and getting sneak peeks at least a week in advance before anybody else sees the vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, priority attention, all the values that we listed there on the campaign page, those 12 people are already doing, how do I explain this? A better job at supporting the vlog than what we may have been seeing from YouTube, because the only way to effectively do something on YouTube is more often than not, you get sponsorship, you might get ads, some people might tip, but no one ever seemingly tips anything. No one puts any money in the tip jar. But already I can say that despite having as much attention as we might have had for free on YouTube, having just 12 people on Patreon has already gotten us close, if not superseded, how much of an impact the vlog has made for us personally, because the amount of time that goes into it, the amount of effort, the amount of whatever that happens during the day, because we got to record it, we edit it. Now I'm trying, Diana mentioned something the other day, and I kind of like, in typical Chris Pirillo fashion, no, that's stupid. She mentioned doing music at the beginning of the vlogs, and I'm like, that I'd have to find music, and it's not easy, but I'm using Juke Deck, which is linked in every video description, but I'm going to start putting a little song at the beginning of every vlog. Yeah, you're kind of a part of it. Yeah, right there. You're officially a part of it. So I'm putting more effort into something in hoping that we'll be able to sustain it. So I'm just saying that the 12 people who have already stepped forward have already made more of an impact for the vlog. It's all meaningful. It's all very wonderful to have support, but I'm saying that for us to continue to do it, the 12 people are already making a deeper impact than what might have been done for free. And that's the easiest way to explain it, because we don't vlog for a living. That's not, it's a part of what we might do, but I do so much more than that. I give advice for the people that are not looking for free advice. That's the core of what I might do on a regular basis. Yeah, it is. And so I'm not looking to get, I know, baby. Yeah. The I'm not looking to get thousands upon thousands of likes, because in terms of what we might have been able to do, the deeper impact is with a smaller group of people. Like with the 500 or so patrons for the TLDR campaign, they're making a bigger impact than, you know, what I might find with people who just watch stuff for free on YouTube. I would rather go the direction of people who value what we do on a daily basis and give them more of what they get. Everybody else still gets the vlog pretty much as it has been at this stage. But like I said, the patrons already, the 12 patrons are already making a deep and a substantial impact on I'm hopeful. It's kind of exciting. My goal, even with the TLDR campaign, was to find 1,000 people. If we can find 1,000 supporters for the blog, I'd be thrilled. So 12 people are already greater than 350,000. Though we appreciate any support in whatever way you see fit to give it. That's not the only way. Yes, baby. I know. And if you look at the Patreon page, the list of bonuses is kind of not a mile long, but I thought of things, that I'm doing anyway, that I'd like to be able to do, that to give you further insight and beyond what we might have been able to do to this point. We have a few other questions coming in. Thank you, Liz. Liz is passing them along. By the way, if anybody signs up to become a patron right now, I'll shout your name out because I'm watching that feed. 333 and man, do you think Kylo ever go to the light side and Rey go to the dark side? Well, I've probably talked about that before. I know, in one of my videos somewhere in between. Of course, I live the Star Wars lifestyle, hence the Geek family. I'm kind of dragging everybody along, kicking and screaming. Or smiling. This is like the happiest she's been all day. This is really funny. You turn a camera on, and suddenly she just lights up. It's rather astounding. Jedi Anthony is snacking on cashews. Yes. We chop them up so that she's able to process them or chew on them, so that there's no hazard. She just started eating them yesterday. As many of you know, the vlogs are I know. They're usually offset by at least a week, and I do that for a reason, and I don't want to get into it right now, but effectively that's what the patrons get. The patrons of the vlog basically get everything ahead of time, and which is the biggest value that I think I could provide, as well as like me taking screenshots, or here's a clip that I wasn't able to use. Diana sometimes will record something that's, this is fun and it's interesting, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, because when I edit the vlog, it's usually kind of upbeat, but it's like, this is nice stuff. So I may end up like when Patreon, whenever they get around to doing clips, just upload directly for you as a patron to see the stuff that no one else would necessarily be able to see. So it's our hope to be able to continue to do the vlogs for everybody, but it kind of depends on the impact that the patron campaign has. And honestly, that's where my head's at. It's where it's had to be for quite some time, because as someone who has done content for the past 20 years, it's never been more difficult and easier at the same time. And I'm the talker. That's why, you wonder, why don't you let Diana talk? Well, yeah, I know. Trust me, Diana's never gonna, with me, she can't get a word in edgewise. With Jedi, I know, we are totally going to rule the conversation. Trust me.
I usually get a question and it's a yes or no, and then Chris will get the same question and it's like a paragraph.
Hey, it's sincere.
Yeah.
No, it's sincere.
Oh, I was like, my response.
He was at Vlogger Fair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And see, I tend to remember people. I get to know people who are pretty active on a regular basis. In fact, I'm not surprised that I can think of like some people who are always interacting, and those are the people who are the first to sign up to become patrons. You'll of course see the vlogs, as it gets published. You'll notice like the end teaser is going to be different. The patrons who comment, they get the priority insertion, or let's say, and I wanted to do this with the vlogs anyway a while ago, but like if patrons have a question for me to answer, I can effectively answer in the vlog, and then hey, one of our patrons, whoever it happens to be, has a question, and then they it kind of reinforces the idea that we've got this smaller, tight-knit community beyond YouTube, and that's something I've wanted for quite some time, and I'm happy to finally have gotten it out the door. I'm really kind of excited. And when I did the math, I'm like, wow, these first 12, you are the first 12 have already just made such an amazing impact. Diesel PG asks, Diana, have you ever tried extreme couponing? That is a good question.
Oh, that is a good question. I have tried kind of, but unfortunately our stores have so many rules with the coupons, like you're not allowed to double up, and it's never like the show.
So no, it's never like the show. Keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
okay.
We're not allowed to use more than one.
But I coupon all the time. You'll see that in the vlogs. In fact, this is something that I thought I'd be able to throw in there. Like when I learn how to do something or have a tips idea, sometimes I'll throw it into the vlog, but this may be something that might go into the Patreon campaign, kind of like, hey, this is, Diana, we did this and this is how this happened, and kind of flesh it out a little further than what you might see in the blog. Because you'll see me talk about gift cards all the time or manager specials. And by and large, I mean, we remain pretty frugal. Like we're now getting gift cards for a certain store. So we're getting a lot of our groceries through there, like eggs, cheese, nuts, like healthy stuff. Just the basics. We really don't eat a lot. And since Diana cut out sugar, it's kind of been more important for us to go down that path. So we may not do extreme couponing, but I'm probably more of the bargain shopper. Diana's good, but like I'm the one who's always like, well, this is actually cheaper if we do this, and if we do that, then we save that.
But I am awesome at thrifting.
Yes.
So if you need pointers on that.
I don't thrift for that. So that's what that is. Let's see here. Ben Boxer asks, Chris, how do you manage all your channels, company, and various sponsors and keep creating new sources of revenue? Well, it's not so much that. This is odd now that I'm the only one on the floor. It's an evolving process. And I was not wanting to, I fought setting up different channels, but we've got so many. Chris Pirillo is a very complex creature. I've got many interests. I've got a lot of advice that I like to share on a regular basis in different ways. I enjoy doing the vlogs. It's probably, believe it or not, as much work as it takes, it's the thing I'm most proud of at the end of the day. And that's something that is a discrepancy between this is what I enjoy doing, but it ain't working. What's been happening doesn't equate. So then I had to figure out, well, how do I shift that balance, right? Between doing these now 1,500 vlogs and doing it in a way that it's sustainable. And so I'm working my way to making it more sustainable, and figuring out the best way to do something is relative, because we had a call with YouTube the other day, a representative, and we got about an hour's worth of advice. Nothing that was, yeah, I know. It was an hour's worth of advice, and nothing was earth shattering. Nothing surprised me. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I know. Yeah. And then after we're done with the call, hours later, we get an email that basically gives us the opposite advice because YouTube changed its mobile app. So the strategy, it always has to shift. You cannot code yourself to just, it's like a brand, or it's like anything. You can't say I'm always going to be doing this forever, because it's not going to work that way. As much as you might enjoy doing it, there are certain market realities that you have to adjust to. So the market reality of doing what it is that I want to do is the vlog. Doing what it is that other people might want from me is more of the advice, whether we're talking about tech advice, whether it's talking about geek culture stuff, whether it's entrepreneurial tips and business tips, or something well beyond that. It's in doing my best to segment it such that people can get what it is that they want, and that I can effectively address those different parts of the market, or I guess the audience that might want attention. Because someone who might want my tech advice may not like the vlogs, and someone who likes the vlogs may not give a flip about my tech advice or my business advice. These are like different buckets. And so that's where the idea of splitting everything out into different channels was the crux of the idea, but it just created confusion. And it made something that was needing to be changed probably worse, but because of the YouTube changes, we're basically having to look into that again. So it's really something that I've been wanting to clear up for a lot of different reasons. But honestly, it changes on a regular basis. And I talk about a lot of this during TLDR as well. But most of the TLDR broadcasts are reserved for the patrons, because I can't give free advice that much anymore, if at all. Aramontis Dubious asks, do you still Periscope a workout? Whoa, wow, no. I haven't Periscoped in forever, and for a few different reasons. One, because as easy as it is to do, I found that engagement actually, like, not even when I wasn't doing something like as a workout or having an activity. Initially with Periscope, it was great and there was a lot of interactivity, but now when I Periscope, there's like no activity at all. And so people, that's the thing. There are a lot of amazing, wonderful things that you can pay attention to at any given moment on the internet. And doing Periscope suddenly became not as important because I wasn't finding any kind of value in doing it. Now, streaming on YouTube is something I do every weekday with TLDR. Streaming on Facebook is something that I do on a regular basis. So for a lot of the regular live stuff, when I do it for free, it's probably more often than not on Facebook, if only because the interactivity is that much higher and the permanence is there, despite it being a square video format, which I'm not necessarily thrilled about. So, and I'm not the only one to say that. In fact, 333 and man said Periscope lost its steam. No doubt about that. That's what I experienced. So this is just, a video that we're posting because I wanted to provide an update to give you some context. To recap, one, we still have several YouTube channels that you should be following. Chris Pirillo, that's the big one that everyone wants to pay attention to, but that's where the vlogs are going back into and being published into. That's what I would want to do. The geekier things are happening at Geek Lifestyles, which I set up when I tried to do the channel splits initially. We're doing daily geek hauls. They're shot live and then published later to the public after the fact. I do it live as a part of the Locker Room Daily Report, and that's something that only the patrons really get the bulk of. Then we've got this channel. It was typically set up as the Pirillo Vlogs channel. Now it's just Geek Family Fun. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of live stuff in here on a regular basis. Careful, baby. Yeah, still a little warm. Yeah. And okay, move that back. But every day my plan is to snip out just a little bit of the vlog, just a tiny bit, is kind of to whet your appetite and to remind you that we're publishing things on a daily basis, across social. So this channel will remain active, but largely just for very brief snippets. Then let's see here. Those are pretty much the channels. Diana's planning on getting back into the swing of things.
Yes.
I think she's going to try to do monthly. I
am. Yes.
Okay, so that's everything. See, she's very wordy. You got to stop, Diana. She'll just keep talking all afternoon.
I'm so tired.
We're yeah.
I didn't really sleep very well last night. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I don't think it had anything to do with the mattress, though. It's really a lot of different things. So we got 2 campaigns right now. ChrisPirillo.com redirects to the one if you want my tech advice. Ow. And then, you just kind of slipped. And then the second new campaign is Geek Family Fun, which is pretty much just for the vlogs. At some point in the future, I'm going to be kicking up Pirillo.com, which is my last name. Well, not .com, just Pirillo. And that's going to be more for entrepreneurial advice and business tips that I've accrued over the past 20 years of my experience. Bottom line is, I'm doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing. I can't do everything for free because my business model is not predicated on that at this stage. As someone who has not just information, but knowledge and experience and some amount of gravitas when it comes to topics that people want to know more about. So people ask me questions all the time. I'm happy to answer a few of them and do it openly for the general community. But a lot of that attention usually floats to those who actually put a value on the advice that they might want from me. So again, that's a recap. Keep watching, keep tuning in. We're doing Facebook feeds on a regular basis for everybody. You don't have to be a patron for that. See, that's the thing, is like, we're still going to do the vlogs right now. No one's probably even going to know or notice the difference. It's just that patrons will get even more from us than what we might have provided for free for everybody to this point. Subscribe to all the channels, subscribe to our social feeds. And, thank you for the support that you've given us in whatever way that you saw fit. Now, I've got to move on to picking up the chair, smelling my daughter's feet,
Oh.
and then likely starting to do this same kind of thing on Facebook Live, so that the people who didn't see this particular live video will know that we're setting up a new campaign and just giving them updates. You can't. That's the problem. You can't publish it just one spot anymore. You got to publish everywhere. It's hard. It's very difficult. It doesn't scale on time, and our time is limited in that capacity. So this is how we are spending our Sunday, keeping you updated. Anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Although that was a really good question they asked about Kylo Ren.
Oh yes, but I know I'm more than confident I answered the Star Wars stuff elsewhere. I've done a lot. I mean, pretty much every day I'm talking about Star Wars, but that's usually in TLDR, and then of course I tweet about it and post about it all the time. But I don't think anybody would necessarily pay to hear me talk about Star Wars. So that's why a lot of that stuff, if I do it, it may get slipstreamed into the vlog, or possibly even in the Pirillo picks or the Geek hauls that we're doing on a week daily basis. That's in the Geek Lifestyles YouTube channel. Check out the description below, and it'll have all the information that you are looking for. In terms of Vlogger Fair, I can't talk about it. We're still working on it. It was very, very difficult for me to do last year, but we're trying to put things into place so that it won't be difficult to do again. I will tell you that it will largely be focused on creators, and it's not going to be a fan fest like it's been in the past. I mean, we're probably going to have meet and greets and stuff, but that's not going to be the focal point. It's not going to be a fan fest. I'm doubling down on helping creators. That's what I really want to do. It's the reason why I'm talking about launching an entrepreneurial a campaign separately from the vlog campaign, separately from the tech content, because people want to know how to be a creator or whatever, and I've got to figure out how to put a finer point on it. It's going to be on Pirillo.com most likely, and it's going to be general, that I know of, general entrepreneur advice. A lot of content type of information will certainly flow into it based on my experience. So that's that with Vlogger Fair. Still going to do it. Still don't know how, what, when, where, but it'll be mostly for creators. And I think what was the ticket last year was like $100, but it's for creators. It's for people that care about it. It's not for the fan that just is there to be a fan. I love fans, but for Vlogger Fair to survive, it has to be for creators, and connecting them with resources that they so desperately need, and that I've usually got sitting right there, waiting to connect it with these resources with people who do need them. So I love fellow creators. That's what I am. That's my community. Though this is what's weird, is that we also have a community that cares about, now we're raising a Jedi, right? Sorry, John Prosser. I know I should have named it that. But it's all about segmentation, right? That's what's probably the most challenging thing, I think, in doing what we do. Gosh, I was ready to stop it, but then someone asked a question that I had to answer. I couldn't not talk about Vlogger Fair, because without the vlog, this is what I learned with Vlogger Fair. The fans of vlogs aren't fans of our vlogs. Like, there's maybe 1 or 2 people go to Vlogger Fair that actually watch what we do. I'm like, well, why am I putting on a party for everybody else? No, done. So I figured, well, who do I want, to address? Who do I think I can better address? And I think that's the creator. It's going to be, for family creators, mommies and daddies and families. It's going to be for the vlogger that, may be independent. We're basically going to set it up, though, focusing specifically on the media creators out there, and giving them a lot of help. So anyway, that's kind of where that sits. I like doing video like this. I like it way more than, I was only expecting to go like, 10 minutes, but I love doing live video way more than I do edited video. But I spend a lot of time on the edited video. To me, every vlog is a work of art, and patrons are ensuring that we are creating something for Jedi to be able to go back to. And that's the one thing that I will tell you, I'll let you know, if the Patreon, and I would consider with 12 patrons, the Patreon campaign is already successful. If we, I would love to get to 1,000 patrons. Realistically, I don't imagine we're going to find 1,000 people to support the vlogs in that way. But a year down the road, we may have to consider changing how we vlog or what we're doing with the vlogs. And the patrons, of course, would continue to get everything. But I will tell you that if the Patreon campaign is successful, a lot of things would change, and a lot of the things that we've done for free, much like with the tech stuff that I've done, are just going to go to the people that are willing to say, yeah, this is worth something more than nothing. And that's our preference. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. There are plenty of other people out there. People want my advice though. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, they like this. All right, well, this is how we got to do it. This is how it works. You don't like it, complain to the industry, because the entire industry is shifting in radical ways, in ways that you wouldn't understand if you're not a creator. That's very difficult to explain to somebody. If you're not a creator, you don't understand what goes into the creation process. And I can talk about this stuff with other creators because they get it. But when I talk to you about it, you may not get it if you're not creating, because then it's like I'm telling you all the issues, but you're a part of that process. So it's like I'm unloading on you, and that's not fair. And because you don't deserve that. And honestly, a lot of it's going to be missed on you. I'm just telling you that for this to work, we have to double down on the patrons and give them the best of us. And we're doing the best we can anyway. So the best can only get better. I know. How else do we explain that? I'm breaking a sweat. Why am I so hot? Oh, I know why. Because it's like 80 degrees today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. The vlogs come out every day for everyone. That is true. See, that's what I'm saying. Nothing really changes. So funny, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
We've got a vlog challenge. Maybe, what we should set up is the goal. Like if we get to 100 patrons, then Diana will do a whole vlog talking in nothing but Spanish.
Oh yeah, I think I've had like a couple people ask me that.
And then I'd be like, "What? I don't understand what you're saying." Well, we should set those up. Those are fun little goals.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of Spanish speaking
I
viewers.
think
Yeah.
so.
Because I never know whether to speak in Spanish or English, but I just kind of do both.
Yeah, and when I edit them together, they usually just kind of get sewn together.
We can put subtitles.
All right, what's this? I'm looking here. Okay. I was seeing if we had any other questions, but I think we pretty much ran through a bulk of the people that were able to tune in live. Wasn't trying to make anything confusing. Wasn't trying to make anything more difficult. I'm just trying to clear things up.
I'll
And
check for questions too.
I don't know if we really have anything, because we've had a pretty good, I'd say, audience or crowd here. I plan on doing the Facebook stream. Maybe we can do a Periscope. And Diana's gonna do one. I want to do I'm going to do a stream much like this in the Chris Pirillo channel. I don't know if we're going to do that today, but stay tuned to all our feeds, and you may see us do another live show today, or tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that. What do you think, Jedi? It's kind of up to her. Honestly, I will tell you, like our entire schedule wags around her, because if Jedi's not in the mood, it ain't happening, dude. Here. Are you dancing?
Yeah.
Do you want to show everybody what you got in there, or dump them? Oh, let's not dump too much on the bed there. No dumpies. No dumpies. Are you done with it? Eat it. No, don't dump. Don't.
Oh no, baby. No, you dumped them all over the floor. Yeah. Are you going down?
Okay, Jedi's done. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate all the support you guys give, and gals. Really do appreciate it, especially if you do become a patron of either one of our campaigns. At this point, however, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. Well, I just did say, am I stopping it? Do you want to say bye? Come on, say bye. Say bye with your blankie. Your favorite blankie. Here's your blankie. Say bye. 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 Wave bye. Bye. Bye.
Adios. No.